What's good, YouTube? I'm Nova.
And I'm Quasar, and we're the Chronomaly Kings.
Alright, for this video, we're going to be discussing on, in this current format, which is better, MST, Night Beam, or Galaxy Cyclone?
Alright, so MST is your generic spell card. It's a quick play. It just simply states target one spell or trap on the field and destroy it. A lot of decks nowadays are playing this card. Depending on your play style and what you're playing against, you could either main 1, 2, or even 3. If you're not maining 3, it's usually the other ones are in the side deck.
So you can main up. You can main, like, if you're main decking 2 of them, you play the extra one on the side. Just because if you play a deck that's rogue and it has a lot of back row, you really want to hit it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's by far the most generic because you can chain it whenever you feel like it. So your opponent could be going for that tanky, you can chain it. Vanities, you can chain it. Not that I would chain on Vanities and target something else.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
And then Vanities pops too with it. Good tip right there.
Yeah.
But it's also good with the Quillforts. The Quillforts, they need their scales. So if you MST them, their scales.
That could be for any Pendulum deck, though.
That's true, any Pendulum deck, but please are.
Yeah, but like more Pendulum decks are becoming more popular now. We're going to be seeing them more so nowadays. So it'll be important to get rid of their scales and try and disrupt their plays. But so also, MST is like a really good card to help. Also,
something to compare to that though. What if you were playing a Pendulum deck and you were mirror matching against another Pendulum deck? Which would you rather have, Wavering Eyes or MST?
Well, that's true too, because Wavering Eyes is really good for. It can destroy all 4 scales, and you get all the effects go off. And
yeah, that's true. You can just pop their 2 back row and you get a search. So you get not only 2 extra MSTs, but you also get a search. Wait, back to business because that was an off-topic moment.
Yeah.
Our next card is going to be Night Beam.
Yeah, so Night Beam, it's a normal spell, so it's only spell speed 1. So keep that in mind. Target one set card. It has to be set, and you destroy it. Your opponent cannot chain the targeted card, which is a difference from MST because sometimes if you target a set card, they can just chain it and then continue plays from there.
So you can hit that Compulse, or you can hit their own MST, and then you go in minus extra, unless it's the only card on your field. Then you're not minus.
Exactly.
But Night Beam's a good card because it has that. It's a great card if you're going maybe your opponent's got like a couple of cards and you just have game. Maybe you're playing a Quasar deck. It's a really good card because then you can just instantly stop it and go off, and then by that time.
Exactly.
But I mean, if you're going off like that, MST is no different, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But the biggest card we're gonna talk about compared is Galaxy Cyclone compared to Mystical Space Typhoon.
Well, yeah, okay. So Galaxy Cyclone, essentially, it's a spell speed 1. It's a normal spell card. Activate it from the hand. You target one set spell or trap on the field and destroy it. But your opponent can still chain that targeted card if necessary. So there is that sort of downfall. But if you have Galaxy Cyclone in the graveyard, you can banish it, target one face-up spell or trap card on the field, and destroy it. So you can banish it to target one of the Pendulum scales or something face-up that's like really troublesome. Vanities, which again you probably wouldn't. But
well, I mean, in that case, you don't have the MST. Whereas in that situation, of course, MST would be great, and you wouldn't be getting that fight anyway.
Yeah.
But if you had the MST in hand and you had another back row, you get a +2. Whereas with the Galaxy Cyclone, you have to target the Vanities.
Exactly.
Which is still really good if your opponent forgets about Galaxy Cyclone being in your graveyard.
So those are like the big differences between MST, Night Beam, and Galaxy Cyclone.
Galaxy Cyclone's much better though not so much in mill-based decks, but it definitely shines. Because if you're playing MST in a mill-based deck, for example, Infernoids. If you're doing a lot of milling and a lot of you're losing cards. If you if you mill MST, you're done. That card just becomes a dead mill.
Yeah.
But if you mill Galaxy Cyclone, yes, you have to wait for that certain situation. But it's still better to have a card that you can trigger than not have a card you can't trigger.
Exactly.
That's why we feel maybe not this like it maybe not the format, but it varies depending on the deck you're playing and the style you like. Because if you're playing Light Swarms, you kind of don't really, or Infernoids, you kind of don't really want to play MST because it more or less might be dead. I mean, one or two, and if that gets milled, it becomes a dead card. That's where maybe Galaxy Cyclone is a little bit better, right? Because if you top deck it, you can play it like an MST. But if it goes to grave,
it ends up in grave. Yeah, it's still alive.
It's still a live card. So. But Night Beam, I can't really think of it. I mean, Night Beam can be used.
I think it's a good side deck card, though.
If we see a format that's crazy heavy
on Backrow, then that will be like a really good card that you're gonna want to be splashing into the side deck.
Yeah, but it's also that's the thing, because MST and Night Beam, you can play it depending on your style. If you like Night Beam, play Night Beam over MST if that's what you preference. But if you preference being more an aggressive player and timing and just remembering and trying to hit your opponent at the critical moments, MST is probably the best.
Well, then again, you could always play both, or even all three. Like, well, we wouldn't recommend you playing
you wouldn't
9 back.
But maybe maybe play like one Night Beam and 2 MST, or 2 Night Beam and 1 MST, or one Night Beam, 1 Galaxy Cyclone, and 1 MST.
Something like that.
Something like that. It's not. You don't have to just decide between one of each of them. It's like Dark Hole and Raigeki. Well, you can play either one of them, or you can play both. Or you can play, 3. 2 copies, Dark Hole and Raigeki, but that means. But that's another topic we'll talk about, Dark Hole and Raigeki, which is better.
Yeah, we'll do that later, though.
We'll do that maybe next video, or a video discussion to come. But the reason, so there's one other card we want to talk about, and it's Dust Tornado. Yes, it's good. It's kind of like a MST, as it lets you. Well, it's kind of like
it is back row removal still, and it does have the bonus effect where after you destroy that card, you can set a trap card from your hand. So,
does it actually have that effect?
Yeah. So after you pop a card, you can set another trap from your hand, and then the next turn that trap is live, rather than having to wait until your next turn in order to set it, right? But
wow, that is actually crazy. I totally forgot about that effect.
Yeah.
But we feel the card is good. Like, it needs to be a face-up card, though. Which means it kind of resembles Night Beam. But it can be used like MST, as it can be used...
Well, the same speed as MST, but yeah, it does have to be set. You can't just activate it from the hand, so that is another drawback. But it's still worth talking. I think it's a bad card, though. Like, not bad per se, but it's a bad card. It's just slower.
It's slower. I mean, if you're running a deck, MST is probably a better option to go with. Like, because it can be faster. I mean, you can use it the same way. You can bluff it out.
Yeah.
But also, it's a good... I mean, yeah, okay, it's kind of like if you set it... Just like if you set it in MST and your opponent MSTs that, either one of those cards, you can't activate either one of those on the turn they're set. But they're still really good cards. But MST is better. Because you can just go directly from hand. Like, if you're going second, your opponent's got 1 back row and you're set up. If you have MST... You can just MST it and get it out of the way. But if you're playing Dust Tornado, you have to set it and wait.
Yeah.
Which can be a very critical moment.
Because they can just MST it back.
Exactly. But that's what we thought for this discussion. Remember to comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.